what's your story? What age are you right now? What's your hobbies before making part of the AI esports?
My name is Lucas. I'm 21. I have a few hobbies, mostly related to gaming and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
AI came about quite interestingly, I would say. It just kind of came out of nowhere for me. Initially, I didn't want to try it. I wanted to do my assignments myself. But once I started using it, I mean, it was really useful. You don't necessarily copy everything. You can learn a lot from AI. So yeah, that's kind of my story.
Okay, agree. Well, just a follow-up question though. When you mentioned about suddenly it popped out, like
Yeah,
what age did you start using AI?
probably around 19 or 18. I forgot.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's
Yeah,
been 3 years ongoing. Okay, that's
yeah.
what was the first AI tools that you used?
Hat GPT. That was the first one that got famous. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Right now we have Elijah. Hi, Elijah.
I'm Elijah, so I'm currently studying computer science. So what makes me love AI is the fact that it can help you do a lot of stuff, such as like coding, give you certain answers to certain questions. Uh, and my biggest takeaway from this conversation would be that there are a lot of AIs that I didn't know about that can be very helpful in my
Mhm.
uni.
How do you think AI is going to change the world? So let's think about this. Not really world. I want to make it. I want to make sure that this will be realistic with you, with both of you, since you guys are studying. Let's start with your school community. How do you think AI can change your community? In what factor? Elijah.
In my community, AI plays a big role in terms of helping to analyze and summarize reports. Yeah, so for example, in a part-time job that I used to work, so they all have a lot of like written reports, a lot of like not even written, like you type in computer reports. So sometimes we have to like go through those reports, and I think we can call it lazy. We just throw it to AI. Help me generate a so-called summary, but it's quite on point with what the AI did lah. Like the summary
Okay.
actually makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that, Elijah. How about you, Lucas? What's your input on that? Same
I think
question.
it's I think it's quite interesting. Especially when it comes to school and unis, right? If you think about it, you can kind of integrate it into classes where teachers would be teaching the class, right? And there would be an AI listening. And so if the students have any questions, rather than always having to find the lecturer or teachers, they can
Yeah.
actually find their so-called AI teacher specific for this subject or whatever, so that whatever the teacher's teaching is the same answers you're getting back from the AI rather than a general knowledge thingy from AI itself. This is
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure all the what I call it syllabus and everything aligns for the students. So of course, if that comes into the future, I mean, in the future, this comes into play, it will be, I think, quite useful and
Yeah.
yeah, very good for the students. Yeah.
Is it gonna be scary, or is it gonna be useful for you, for the community? I think that's the questions that I've been wanting to ask to everyone, since AI is a big thing for everybody.
I think it is a double-edged sword because at one point it can save you a lot of time. But because it saves you a lot of time, you will lose. Some people will lose certain jobs. I would say redundant tasks like very repetitive can be done by AI.
Yeah.
But things that need more specific skills or very no need to go through a lot of things, those will require man labor lah. Those are things that AI can replace.
Okay, nice input. How about you, Lucas? Same questions. Is AI scary in the future, or are you scared?
Uh, Definitely. I mean, there's always been like a movie thing, right? It's like, ooh, AI takes over the world, right? It's always been a movie thing until we start to
Mhm.
see signs of it. there is reports recently on a few models where if you threaten to shut down the model, they do rebel. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna get into the details, but yeah, there is things like that. So as far as we are using AI right now, it's mostly just chatbots and stuff. But
Okay.
what if they actually start integrating it into robots and stuff, and they haven't solved this key issue of being able to shut them down whenever? So that's when it'll be really scary. Yeah,
Okay, all right, got it, got it. Well, if you ask me, to be honest, no, a little bit, but it is very helpful in the
yeah.
future. Yeah, right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do have Elijah and Lucas here one more time.
Three, two, one.
Hello, 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 hello. Hi everyone. Apa khabar Malaysia? Mary, how are you doing today?
I'm very good. I'm very excited today. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday for that.
Yes, Tuesday, everyone, right? So just a quick shout out to all our competitors behind, waiting for them to enter. My name is Fadaus, and together with me is Mary, and we'll be your casters for today. We got a fantastic lineup of our first batch of participants. So I want to introduce to you our two judges, and that's Chris Chen from Singapore and Romy Young. Not from Southeast Asia, but from Canada, right? So welcome, guys, Chris and Romy. Chris, just a shout out to Chris, and Chris is actually our angel investor from Singapore. He's a business strategist. He runs an accelerator program helping startups and SMEs scale towards successful exits. Chris is actually the founder of Freedom MBA and Future 500 Accelerator. It's a platform that combines AI and strategy to build world-class
Mhm.
future-ready companies. And he's been with us, right, since the early days of AI esport. Today he's a judge. And what Chris is really looking at is Chris is really looking for potential ideas to incubate. Is that right, Chris? Just give us a bit of your personal agenda and why you're interested in coming on board and looking at all these ideas.
Yeah. So just to let all of you to understand my own I wouldn't say agenda, but the potential that I see with this platform. Because when Firdaus first came to me about this idea, I think of this platform as an avenue for us to connect with the Gen Zs. Because for those of you who are adults like me, 30s going to 40s, and maybe you are 50s, you'll realize that you have a hard time with connecting with Gen Zs, because the things that they talk, the language that they use, the ideas that they have, the things that they see, it is totally different from us, because they grow up with with a lot of advanced technology and things like this. So I think it is important for us to create a platform or have an avenue or channel for us to communicate with them, so that we can build the world together with them and see the world from their point of view, to understand what do they really think about the how the world is going, what's happening, and things like this, so that we can co build the world together, so that they are able to take over the world from us. Yeah.
So let me introduce our next judge coming all the way from Canada. I understand it's like 7 a.m. right now, Romy, in Canada. So Romy is an international photographer, speaker, creative technologies, will be just art, presence, and artificial intelligence. He's a founder of Knock2A. It's an intelligent media platform transferring events into AI-powered storytelling ecosystems. So Romy is particularly special in exploring how human creativity and machine intelligence can amplify each other. And he's been around all over the world, right? With his work on visual storytelling. And I think what Romy does is, Chris brings the capital, right? And the business strategies. Romy brings a good mix of empathy, aesthetics, insight to empower the next generation of creators. Romy, right? Love to hear from you.
Thank you, thank you. It's definitely an honor, and thank you so much for having me in this platform today. It was definitely Chris, credit to Chris, connecting me through to Firdaus. And the first time I heard about this too, it was not only about connecting with Gen Z. I have a 5-year-old that's Gen, I don't know, beta now, so that's probably like next level. Trying to connect with the future, I think it's such an important thing to do. But on another level too, it's like connecting cultures. Like I'm personally from Taiwan, and I have a mixed Filipino and Taiwanese background. So the Southeast Asia side of it, I've always um, really withhold and loved the culture of my home. But living here in Canada over 30 years, I see the other side of the world and how the Gen Zs here operate. And I'm trying to see like what kind of, again, that co-building and cohabitating and basically learning about each other like globally, how can that benefit us all together? I think it's very, very interesting.
Next generation people, let's bring them. Let's bring them. Let's bring them. Let's bring our competitors. Let's give a round of
Yeah.
applause, right? To anyone watching from wherever you are. We've got Lucas and Elijah. Okay, before we start, I just want to do a quick summary of what our Lucas and Elijah will be doing for our audience out there watching, right? Just a quick run through. Elise, can we bring up my screen, right, so that we can tell our viewers, right, what they will be expecting. So this is the first time we are playing AI esports in Malaysia. In AI esport is really brought to you by two entities, that's Events Kenya and NCNW. We are doing this as part of the national campaign for mental well-being for youth gamers. And AI esport wants to identify our Malaysian varsity champion, right, in AI esport this year. Now, what will the competitors will be doing? Okay, so there's a challenge statement, right? So what happened is our competitors will be using their skills in generative AI and of course their ability to think of solutions, right, to solve this one particular challenge, which is uncontrolled smartphone use and app addiction contribute to poor mental health and lack of focus. So the challenge is to use the device itself to encourage concentration, not distraction, right? So that's the challenge statement. Now, what is this empty stage thingy, right, that you see? Now, that's us pushing the boundaries of solutioning by introducing something interesting, something called lateral thinking. Empty stage is something that our competitors will have to use in their solutioning. So we're not sure how they're going to use it. It might be in the way they transmit the images. It might be in the way they think of the idea. It's just that empty stage must be a theme, must be a concept that they use to find a solution to this problem of uncontrolled smartphone use and app addiction, right? So real world problems our competitors are solving today. How long do they get? So the whole game is 60. They get 30 minutes to ideate and create. And Mary and I will be running through the entire process with you. We'll be looking at Lucas's screen, Elijah's screen, right? We'll be picking up some of the interesting things that they've done. And another 30 minutes for them to present their ideas to the judges, right? What will they be creating? First of all, they'll be a live generated visual, right? Which is an image that represents all of what they're trying to solve and how they're going to solve it. They will be producing a live video. Check it out, guys, right? A live video. So you guys get to see how actual competitors use generative AI in the real world in 30 minutes to produce live videos that explains the concept. And the last thing they will be producing is a deck or a website that explains the key points of their solution. And we are really looking out for novel solutions. Now, what will the judges be judging them on? So judging will be based on these three things, right? First of all, the strength of their concept, because as much as this is a generative AI challenge, one of the greatest things that we want to test is the ability for human beings to solve problems. So we're looking at creativity, concept, strength of the idea. Then we're looking at how they articulate the idea. So these are very human skills. And of course, last but not least, we'll be also assessing their generative AI skills, quality of video, quality of assets produced. So those are the things that we will be judging on. And Romy and Chris will be jumping on board in the last 30 minutes, right, to help us judge the work of the creators. All right. If you're ready, let's go. 3, 2, 1. 30 minutes starts now. Okay, let's take a look at what our competitors are doing. Okay, let's take a look. Lucas's screen. Because on Lucas's screen, let's look at that. Okay, Lucas is using what AI platform are they using? Is that
I think,
ChatGPT?
yeah,
ChatGPT, right?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, okay. And eating with ChatGPT, and I think it looks like he is starting with the ideating for the
Mm-hmm.
solutioning. What Gen AI platform do you use, Mary, in your
My
in
favorite is
your
Gemini.
day-to-day AI usage? Gemini?
My friend is Gemini. I can create everything. I think I mentioned this to you. I have recently renovated my house and I used Gemini. It's a game changer,
Oh,
guys. You should use it.
yeah. So
It's a
Gemini,
game
if you're
changer.
hearing this, anyone from Google, please reach out to us and give us free credits, right? Sponsor us so that our creators can create. Let's look at Elijah. Elijah is also using ChatGPT, and I think both of them are starting
Mm-hmm.
um, just ideating using ChatGPT. It'll be very interesting to see, how they use different platforms for different type of work. I know competitors, I mean, that we had on before in our trial, they use multimodal AI platforms. So maybe I'm interested to know also as well what other platforms that Elijah and Lucas use. And I think ChatGPT is something that they use to get the ball rolling. Okay. So yeah, so we're not gonna kind of say the ideas out loud. It is a competition, but it does look like Elijah and Lucas both have got a good underpinning of what um, their ideas are gonna look like. Yeah, so very keen to see how they take this forward.
I'm hitting 45 this Saturday, so I'm definitely officially middle aged this Saturday. So AI has not only helped in the ideation side, but actually the practical living side, I think is very powerful. So ChatGPT is my number one. Perplexity, again, my number two also, Chris. In terms of proper research, I think that Perplexity is fantastic because it actually gives you the sources of where it's sourced these things. So it's not AI slop that we know it. Like there's just so much out there. Some of them are hilarious. Like I think Sora AI from OpenAI recently with the video site is really fun to watch. But again, there's this risk of doom scrolling too with all this stuff like through TikTok, through Facebook. So as a creative myself, being in photography for over 25 years, I try to use AI to build and create rather than so a big way that I use it is compress information. So summarizing and stuff too to make it compact so I can absorb quickly, but also expand my own. Like if I have a few keywords that I want to blend or ideas that I want to blend, I can use AI to expand that thought really, really quickly too.
I'm currently hovering the idea between these two images and how I can refine it
Uh-huh.
better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
image part is technically done. I'm trying to find like what Lucas says, is trying to find a video that is also free, like real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in the early stages of this tournament. So hopefully we'll pump you guys with free credits. So AI platforms, please hear us out. Our creators want free credits from you guys, right? Here's a platform for you guys to showcase the powers of your platform. So Elijah, thanks for that. A lot of young people want to jump into this AI bandwagon. What are some of your observations about the AI startup scene right now?
I have bad news and good news. Which one do you want to hear first?
Bad news,
Bad news
please.
first
I don't
always.
know.
Bad news first always.
Okay, bad news. Then. Always bad news
Bad
first,
news is
yeah?
there's
Right.
no good news. No, just kidding.
Okay, I think for the bad news is we are still at a very unclear stage right now in terms of the development of AI. I would say that 99% of the AI startups will go to zero for the next in the next 3 years. Because personally, I've seen 5 startups doing exactly the same thing, solving exactly the same problem, and all being funded by government. And that is not to say that government is they are not doing they don't know what they're doing, right? It is just that even the government don't know which one is going to go, which one is going to fly, right? Which one is going to be successful, right? So that is why they 5 groups of people, they have the same idea, they have the same solution. They come to the government and government say that, okay, so since I don't know which one is going to be successful, I just invest into all of them, and hopefully one of them will fly. Yeah. So that's the state of AI, the development of AI right now. we are still at a very unclear stage of whether any kind of any whether we don't know whether any of the AI startup will turn to be successful, because we are still not generating revenue yet. We still haven't seen the return yet. Everything is just investment, spend money, and just burn money through. And hopefully we'll see one AI startup turn out successful, right? So that is the bad news. But the good news is, I think AI has been able to level the playing field for a lot of people, right? Even if you don't know anything about coding, even if you don't know anything about let's say UX UI design, or the things that usually you have to hire people in order to get it through. I think AI has been able to level the playing field for a lot of people, which means to say that even if you have very little resources compared to other people, you can also do the same thing as other people as well, right? So for example, for me, I run on a very lean team, right? So if you were to compare me with those people who have like a team of 50s or hundreds, it is impossible for me to compete with them, right? But with AI, I can just design a few AI agents, or workflows and things like this, so that the workflows and agents they are able to complete the work for me, and that is how I'm able to assemble a group of researchers all over the world to do research for me, and I can generate a business report within just 1 hour.
Okay, 4 minutes now. Lucas, Elijah, you got 4 more minutes. Do you generate AI assets? And and we are really looking forward to seeing, right, what you can create. Okay, let's focus on your screens now. Elise, let's get a load on how our competitors are spending their last 4 minutes flurrying. So we're seeing vibe coding now. We're seeing Elijah creating, I would say, an avatar. Oh, that's interesting. He's creating an avatar. And he's vibe coding it. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't be giving too much away. Let's take a look
I
at the
know,
screen.
right?
This way he's looking at. Yeah. How much time do you have left? Anyways, right?
We have 3 minutes.
Okay.
As
Wow. Timer's really counting down. Lucas is at the stage where he's still yeah, okay, I see. So he's got a mock-up already.
Yeah.
He's got a mock-up. Okay, and it's like a timer of sorts, right? I think this might be an app. Let's take a look at Lucas's prompt. Okay, his prompt is okay. So both competitors are really fine tuning, right? Which is really interesting, May, right?
Yeah.
Like the amount of iterations that makes up a successful output, right? And I've seen this in both Lucas and Elijah, right? I mean, they might be comp science students, but they've got an output and they give mini prompts to just fine tune it.
I think for my part, it's kind of very simple. My first idea was to create an AI agent based on Gemini. So it's like the idea was to, how you have, what do you call it? The Alexa, and sometimes I forgot the iPhone. What's the person called? Yes, the iPhone AI thingy. Yes, I forgot the name. Yeah. So it's the similar idea. Is instead you just click into the app, and then it'll be just you and the AI talking. Yeah. So that it will be much more of focused thing. Because when you're talking to, let's say, Alexa or any AI, the phone AI, you can get distracted by the apps behind it. Yeah, the opacity is not there. So in this is like you just click into the app, it's just you and the app itself. Yeah. And then for the video, it'll be something like this. Something like this. I don't know how to put it full screen. Let me see. So actually, the idea itself is to, when you're talking and then he'll be talking, then there'll be subtitles below it. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, yeah, I don't know how to make it full screen. There's no full screen button, but yes, it's something like this. Yes, yeah. In terms of coding, yeah, that is a completely different thing because Yeah, I am not that good yet in white coding. So the idea is something like this. Okay, it's completely different from the image itself, but it will be the idea is like that. So it's listening, then talking, then it will show like the subtitle, and then from here you can see the conversation history. Yeah, so it's a simple things lah. It's a simple, very simple AI app to help make you to be more focused. Like you don't get distracted by other features. It's just you and the AI itself. You talk, he listens, he talks, and then you can get some ideas. Yeah, I think yes, that's all. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Elijah, I just had a question. If you had an additional, let's say 15 minutes, what would you like to add or change?
If I got more time, I'll actually spend the time exploring other uh AI that can actually help code out. Like the one that Lucas is using is like Google AI Studio. I never really got much into it because yeah, it's kind of complicated for me. Yes, mm, I'll actually use that lah. From the way that Lucas is using it, it's kind of more. You can fine tune it even better. Yes.
I don't know, Chris, if you have anything. I have something to add on, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, please go ahead. Okay. Um, and I guess looking at from a perspective of if the tools wasn't the challenge here or the thing that's not letting you do something, what would the idea be if you can extend it a little further? Like what ideas would you add rather than the tools that you're going to be using to make improvements? Yeah.
Again, I'm a little bit
Oh, so
lost
sorry.
here.
So it's like, is this the final idea that you can create, or is there something that you wanted to refine more? And I'm saying it's not prohibited by the tool itself. If the tools wasn't a like it's not prohibiting you, is this the final product that you would want to deliver?
No, because yeah, no, because there always be something that could improve based on the user and user experience. But if all this thing was an issue, I would personally fall back into hard coding. Yeah, so
Oh,
that I can actually know what I want based on I can type in like certain code to say that okay, I want this particular thing. It's very specific because these are things that sometimes even AI couldn't really show you what you want, couldn't do what you want. Yeah. But
okay.
AI will be for me is like right here is it could generate me the framework and then from
Mm,
there I could code it myself lah.
yes.
Mm.
So if let's say we were to like tell other people, hey, please use my app, how would you describe it to other people?
Um, I would tell them to be okay. Let's say if I was alone and then I met Lucas alone studying a lot. I said, hey Lucas, instead of you keep on typing the chat GPT and then you keep on asking a question or search online, you can just simply talk to the app itself. Yeah, and then you can get an answer straight away rather than you need to wait and then you type again. You're hands free. Yeah, you're hands free. Yeah. So I think this is the guideline on how I will actually promote my app. If yeah.
Okay, understand. Yeah, I think Fidaus, I think that's all the questions I have.
Morning. So we'll be starting with the image, right? Well, I have a few. I think I'll just pick this. They're more or less the same, right? The general concept is empty stage. So my idea was it was more or less basically your phone just sitting at the side with kind of a like calm, soothing background where there's basically nothing on your phone. All right. And of course, one of the major factors of being distracted by your phone is the notifications. We'll get into that later, but basically, long story short, everything is muted. Like you won't get notifications and stuff except for emergencies, like phone calls. So phone calls are allowed. Other than that, it'll all be basically what do you call this? Muted. Yeah, it won't show up. Except for a little special feature, which I'll show you later. So basically, this is the image. It's basically just the phone there, not distracting the what do you call this, the user while they're studying or doing whatever it is. Okay, and as for the video, well, the phone is standing upright to show you the app. But yeah, basically it's just gonna be sitting wherever you set it on the table, and you see the messages or like notifications you get, right? It won't be like showing up. It's just that, oh, you have a message, but they won't show you anything or whatever. Not That's kind of the general idea of it. And now we get to the fun part, which is the app. Can you go full screen? Oh, you can. Oh, well, never mind. Anyway, so this is the app, right? So let's it's called Zen mode, right? Or Zen, something like that. It's the like I said, the general idea is having something soothing, like wavy in the background. So I don't know if you can really see through this stream, but the background is moving and animating just a little bit like water flowing, just a little bit. And there's also a setting for you to choose different backgrounds if you prefer other colors. Um, and then you have basically a few modes that you can go into. I think the most general and most all-in-one mode is actually the relax mode, where you just click into it and then basically just leave it there. So before you go into the actual mode, you can set the duration, let's say an hour, right? 60 minutes. So you enter it and then you just leave your phone there. And so you can see the exit, right? That only comes up when you click it. If you don't click anything, it's just a screen there idling. And let's say you're done studying and everything. When you click exit, instead of having to just click exit and go out straight away, I kind of came up with this well, I think ChatGPT, not ChatGPT, Gemini came up with this idea where instead of just being able to switch through different apps so easily, right? You would have to actually think about it twice. You have to hold the button rather than just click and just exit and switch, right? So this makes it so that when you exit the phone or exit the mode, it gives you time to think whether you do want to exit or not, or you're actually just distracting yourself. Or at least that's the concept behind it. Other than that, there's other modes such as note editor, where you can just write the stuff here. And then again, when you exit, this is the notification bar, by the way. If you get notifications, they'll kind of show up there. And then when you exit, there is a curtain call, which is basically your AI summary of the notifications you got. So nobody messaged you and you say, no, it's been perfectly quiet, no notifications were blocked, great focus, whatever. Yeah. So then you can go back to the main screen. There's a to-do list where you can type stuff down and then study. And then when you're done with them, you can just click them off. And again, if you want to exit, just exit it. And then it's a curtain call again, following the empty theater theme. And yeah, that's more or less it. The code snippets, I feel like it's kind of redundant. Nobody's gonna be coding here. There's no way somebody code on their mobile phone. But anyway, yeah. So that's that, and yeah, that's basically the app.
Great, great. Maybe Firdaus will be vibe coding in there. So, but yeah. Hey, you're back. You're back. No, yeah, didn't mean to throw you under the bus there, but no, I think the platform itself, there's definitely an appeal. I like the color choices and stuff too. Was there anything, like the same question to you too, that you would like to add or modify if you had a bit more time?
I mean, I think after a few more minutes thinking about this, I think like the code snippets thing is useless. I will probably remove that.
Mhm.
Basically, and I think Elijah's like AI mode is actually very useful. If I could like add that in, that would be quite cool. I mean, well, of course the difference is just like, oh, what's the difference with me just using that compared to like I could just go and talk to chat. So I'm gonna have to find a way to probably like I don't know, like it saves into your straight directly into your project or something, like it can straight away help you code it in your project or something like that. If you can somehow connect it and make it a full circle, it'll be more enticing, I guess. Enticing, yeah.
Nice. Thanks. And pass it to Chris.
Yeah. So because personally, I've not used any like apps that help you to focus. but I've seen some advertisement talking about it, and then the concept is pretty similar. I'm not sure. Have you ever used an app like this before? And if you have, how are you going to differentiate yourself from them?
I haven't actually. I didn't even
Okay.
think about it. Yeah, I haven't. So yeah, I don't really have anything to differentiate, I guess.
Do you have a problem, or do you think you have a problem of being in the zone, or do you have you seen anyone having a problem of being focused?
I think the main target audience would be people who are probably having struggles with ADHD.
Okay.
I am not diagnosed, but I feel like I'm just like super dude. I can't sit still and do something for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I go
Okay.
to the
Okay. Great.
bathroom and whatever not. So that's probably the main use case. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. Understand. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Fidel's, I'll pass back to you.
Thank you, Chris and Romy. I think really cool also as well, Lucas, how you managed to vibe code, right, an app within a short space of time. I think you guys got tremendous talent, and yeah, it's a 30-minute sprint, right? Imagine the that we can unlock for you guys and unlock for the world, right? And the time to 1 day, right, based on what you have. And I think that was what AI could do for you guys. Okay, judges, you guys have kind of taken a look at both um, creations. Probably I'll give you guys about a minute to think through or even discuss with each other about the points that you want to give. So our judges will be scoring our competitors based on 100 points. Three things basing their judging on: concept, which is how well does the solution solve the problem? How have they managed to use the lateral thinking component to embed into their solution? Articulation, how well they kind of articulated the idea, and of course, generative AI skills. So these are the three things that our judges will be judging our competitors on. And again, our competitors across all our games will be judged, and the top 8 scorers will go through the quarters, and then we'll go through our semi-finals, and we'll go through our finals. So Romy and Chris, right? Whenever you guys are ready, let me know to give your final points to both Lucas and Elijah.
Just want to make sure that I'm invited back after sharing the points. No, just kidding. No, I'll definitely want to be as encouraging as possible. So, but yes, I think
Right,
I
yeah,
have
and
my I think I
of
have
course,
my
as you
points.
give the points, give us
The
your
reasonings,
feedback as well of the solutions.
of course.
The reasoning. So again, just to Lucas and Elijah, I think this is amazing. Typically, like in a hackathon, you get like 24 hours, but you get really fantastic using multimodal AI platforms that we have not seen. So thank you for that, because we'll be approaching them to sponsor our show, right? So I think that's fantastic. Okay, let's go to whether we ready. Chris, maybe you will kind of the points for both Elijah and Lucas, and your thoughts and feedback for the board and based on your solutions.
Yeah. Okay. So I've given 65 to Elijah and 73 for Lucas, and just general feedback for the both participant. I think for myself, like I said just now, whenever I approach a problem, I will want to understand how, like in my personal own point of view, how I will want to tackle the problem, and then piece out the relevant elements or solution or pieces, so that I can come up with a solution to approach the problem, right?
So yes, in terms of scoring, I gave Elijah 60. So and also Lucas, I gave a 79. Um, the reasoning, like when I did gave my initial feedback when they first completed, when I said what would they want to change or add of time, I feel that in competition mode and this short time restricted environment, sometimes it doesn't allow them to open up. Like as a creative, I actually need space and time to do this. When you're in these competition mode, definitely is a little bit different. So definitely kudos to both of Lucas and Elijah for being able to bring their game today.